Shall we play a game?
Hey, let's get moving. Continue. Gotta get to the main story this stream. All right. So wait, is this where it left? Leave me right at the steps. No, I need to be here, not Legacy Theater. Let me make sure I got the right thing pinned. Sacrificial lamb. Yep. We already know where I need to go from my last stream when I accidentally walked into that room. He's over to the left. Yep.
Sherlock, friend, I wasn't sure you'd come.
Werner, I see you are not yourself.
The more time you spend here in Cordona, the more I feel it my duty to bring you into our world and show you all we have to offer.
And what is on offer today?
Pleasure, indulgence, relief, and relaxation. You've earned some time for yourself, have you not?
Those who know me would say I'm incapable of it.
Nonsense. I refuse to believe there is anyone permitted to know Sherlock Holmes.
Huh. You may be right.
Then free yourself from inhibition and expectation. The night is young, and so are the guests. You should try to enjoy both. It's not healthy for handsome men to spend every night alone, and certainly not in a house filled with such melancholic memories.
I must admit, my travels have proven more taxing than expected. I'm less confident in my life and myself. A time of relaxation seems a distant dream.
So can I tempt you with a physical aid to your moral consolations? There's wine, of course, something to smoke, or perhaps an artificial paradise? Yes, something more spiritual, a potentiator to sharpen the mind. A 7% solution of, well, that'd be telling, but you must try it.
That would be reckless. Pointless. Reckless.
My mind is my most valuable asset and a finely tuned instrument. I will not risk impeding its function. My ultimate duty is to provide the world with truth, and I do that perfectly well as is.
Duty? You've never cared about that before.
Of course I do. Exposing a lie, revealing a fact, that is a moral responsibility.
Pfft, that's not morality. Morals are what happens afterwards when truth collides with consequence. Do you ever follow up on cases you solved? Do you ever see what happened next, visit the victims, ensure justice is served in the courts? And how do you choose where to direct your attention? Are there not deserving causes to which your brilliance could be applied but isn't?
You ascribe me more power than I possess. I have a narrow skill set and work within that mandate. What occurs afterward is irrelevant.
With every action or inaction, you place a finger on the scales of morality. Many in the city would see you as abdicating your responsibility.
I haven't.
Not me, of course. Morality is subjective, just like truth. There is little to be gained from indulging in it, and far better things to indulge in. Now I must insist on easing any burdens I've placed upon your shoulders. Show yourself a kindness, and try this rather delectable concoction.
I'd rather take it for study.
If this solution truly does assist with thinking, then perhaps it would be puerile to overlook an opportunity to study it. I'll take it with me.
Yes, Sherlock. Very good. And now, our evening begins in earnest. I just remembered. I'm sorry, Sherlock. My mind's delightfully impaired. Please take this key. It opens the altar room, past the library.
Pardon? Altar room? What now, Werner?
Go quickly and find our Fabio. Only you can make him talk. I'll join you in a minute.
Oh, did I get the key? A key.
One of these books must open a secret passage. I know it.
Well-known and recent plays to keep up to date with the current trends. These medieval botany and chemistry books look even more satanic than the occult ones. Codex Orchis. Why does this occult book sound like a flower?
My God. Was he here this whole time?
A blunt force trauma may have suffered an internal hemorrhage. This crude tattoo partially covers as slave branding. This golden handle has a bloodstain on it. The dagger is heavy and sharp, but lacks balance. The wound is deep. A precise strike reached the heart. This worm-like sigil has been drawn with his own blood.
Wait, rage didn't work, did it, Bim? Oh crap. Hey, Bim, put in, oh, I think I know why. Just to test it, put in exclamation LS rage. I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Like a fresh one, back and forth, back, torment, cut a back, rackle. out of that torrent.
Um, 1 second. I mean, I know what it is. My Lumia, my stuff has already been sorry. Oh yeah, it won't work. Yeah, it won't work. So I'll give you a quick rundown. Well, I'll give you a quick rundown of why that just happened. So in the process of doing my stuff, it won't work on Rage. It won't work on that one. But it'll work on LS Rage, and the reason being is while Windows 11, my Windows 11 version, as I've been streamlining it and making it more efficient and removing software I don't use on it, and putting stuff in, like just cleaning it up, basically is what I've been doing on Windows 11 this week. And so on my Windows 11 machine, my streamer bot and Lumia Stream, all that stuff's interconnected, where here it's not really connected. But the difference is Lumia Stream has all the updated stuff that I have on Windows 11, where my streamer bot is local. So it doesn't, like my streamer.bot thing now is real simple. Well, not real simple. There's a lot of commands, but if I was on my Windows 11 machine, when you put exclamation rage in, initially what would happen on Windows 10, the Lumia Stream was the command that grabbed it, and then it would run off. It would hit a .vbs file that would run those commands, but it was the trigger for that. And so now I've removed that .fbs VBS file and implemented all that into my streamer.bot, and my streamer.bot got the code of exclamation rage and exclamation GTA, because those were the only two that were tied to Lumia Stream. And Lumia Stream, though, has now been updated. So it's all, for me to differentiate between the two, LS is for Lumia Stream. So it's LS, it's exclamation LS rage. So whenever you hit when you put the command in exclamation rage, StreamerBot, then it gets triggered in StreamerBot, which then its command for LS Lumia Stream to do the lights is exclamation LS rage. So I hope that wasn't confusing, but the deal is the gist of it is, Lumia Stream, since it's web based, or kind of like it goes out and all the stuff is saved kind of in a cloud type when you sign in, it's completely up to date, where everything else in my software on my Windows 10 machine isn't. So that's the reason. That's why, and GTA won't work either, but LS GTA will work. Exclamation LS Rage and exclamation LS GTA, which is going to be funny if Sour comes in, because he's going to be putting it and it's not going to work. And we won't tell him. But yeah, that's what the deal is. Yeah, I don't even. Did it even do the lights? It did the lights. No, I don't think it did. Did it? Give it a second and do the. Well, you know what? No, because mine's gonna be wrong too on my stream. Because my stream deck's not up. You know, my stream deck's tied to Windows 10, which is what you would be putting in. So real quick, do that command again. I want to see something real quick.
Like a fresh luck, back and slaughtered bad torrent, cut a bad rackalado bad torrent.
Oh, I know why. Yeah, I know why. I was like, I'm not red. It's just my lights going off. That's why I'm not so red. It's because that visual, the lights do work. The lights are red, but what makes it look redder is I have a filter that kicks on that changes the color saturation. And so it actually appears that the lights are redder than what they are. The lights do go red, but because I have that filter that goes to red, and see right now that's not getting hit because so previously when you did exclamation rage, it did all those things that making filters visible and stuff like that and doing the lights and everything and the audio. So now what's happened is on Lumia stream, the only thing that stayed was the lights and the sound clip. Everything else is getting triggered from StreamerBot, but I don't have that version in StreamerBot. So the stream will be yeah, because if you do GTA, if you do LS GTA, it's not going to do the filter either. It's not going to do anything but the lights and the sound because the filters from my webcam aren't going to trigger because it doesn't have a file to do those effects on. So I didn't even think about that. But to be honest, I'm not complaining because everything else, I'd much rather have it do this where I didn't have to rebuild everything. And Windows, the whole setup's been running, knock on wood, really smooth. So, I mean, I've cleaned up some of the scenes, got rid of stuff and like made it more efficient. The whole, my triggering scenes where it mutes on certain scenes and doing it. And then like advanced switching, or I had a thing called advanced scene switching where it would, whenever it would play something, it would go back to the scene that it was originally on, previous scene. And I found out how to do that in streamer.bot. So I switched all that stuff over so I could get rid of that plugin from OBS. And then on OBS, there was a Stream FX plugin that I was using that's not really up to date. So that Dino mask I used for the magnifying glass, I actually just found an easier way to do it. I mean, what's not easier, you have to do more things, but I don't have to worry about a mask. I don't have to worry about a plugin for it. So it actually works pretty good. Just a few more steps involved in it, but I don't have to depend on a plugin for it, which is nice. And then the only other thing was the whiteboard thing that I'm not going to worry about right now. And then on this scene, see this when I do this. So see that little glitches and where it looks like it's doing it. Okay. In Windows 11, that plugin, that little shader filter thing, I'm not going to worry about at this time, but everything else works. So it'll go black and white and rewind and you can see it. It just doesn't have that effect of the squiggly thing, the little squiggly glitch effect stuff. So that's the only two things. And that's, I'm not really, everything else is working pretty good. So like if you see next weekend, really, if you see, I think you said you have like notifications come on. If they pop on or something, I'm not going live. I'm testing stuff to make sure everything's running okay. So if you see that, that's what that is. I'm not going to be streaming, but I'll probably start it to make sure, my replay buffer and stuff like that, and all my broadcasting stuff's working properly and stuff like that. So just to give you a heads up. But that won't happen. I mean, I might do it tomorrow, but I doubt it. 'Cause I need to pack and I need to go get a few things and stuff like that. So I don't think I'll worry about it tomorrow. I'll just do it whenever I get back. But other than that being said, I feel lucky because it's been fairly smooth, to be honest. And I didn't think it was going to be that smooth. And then have the option to like clean up the stuff. My Stream Deck, I had so many multi-actions in there. I removed those and put those in StreamerBot. I just did a lot of cleaning up on certain things. I'm removing stuff I didn't really use in there. But yeah, so we won't tell.
The victim has clenched the fabric so firmly in his fist that it's nigh impossible to remove it. He died right here.
We won't tell Sour if he pops on. But that's what it is. So yeah, because I was thinking, it's not because it's connected. Because I did have that connected and it's connected now, but I forgot that command doesn't exist in this streamer.bot version. All those commands I changed. Or added. I shouldn't really say changed. I added. Anyway. Yeah, I think, whenever that Tuesday is. Yeah, because what I want to do, I'm going to be getting back. So I don't, unpack, settle back in, and I haven't tested anything yet. And I want to record some stuff and do things like that. So I don't want to rush back. And I want to do it on the Windows 11 machine. So I want to make sure, that it's working okay and everything.
The herbs here are Salvia divinorum. They have a slight hallucinogenic effect to emphasize the ceremony. This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger. This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger. This oil has a slight aroma of flowers and olive. The ointment smells mouse-like. I presume it is an aphrodisiac prepared from a Spanish fly.
Oh. Wait, he's in here? Oh wait, this is... What the hell? That wasn't even real? That wasn't real.
similar to the guests' robes, apart from the bloodstains. Props, decorations, and tools for a more detailed set. Identical to the robes the guests are wearing. The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it. Blood clots are adhered to the sides of the drain. This is a different ritual.
Kind of sounds like I don't think I ever saw the movie. I know the reference to it. I think I have an idea of what happened in it. Did you ever see Rosemary's Baby, Bim? I mean, I know the story. I might have watched it, but it was so long ago. But wasn't it? Jeez, who was Mia Farrow? Wait, was it Mia Farrow? Mia. Can't remember, but isn't it in that one where supposedly she's like, it's like that, and then like the devil comes and has sex with her or something? Probably should look into it more. I'm not a big horror fan. I don't know if that would be considered horror.
How can anyone accept such behavior?
A useful tool for a disguise arsenal. Handcrafted and luxurious cufflinks. There's also a note. For my Fabio, Banchos. The key is similar to the one that Vogel gave me. The capital F on the key fob might refer to Fabio.
Well, oh, is that what the deal was? Was he?
Would you recognize me in one of these? I suppose not.
I wonder if he thought he was going, this was going to be a like a, not a play, but like a reenactment or something. But then they ended up killing him instead.
Enough cigars to burn down the entire mansion.
So was that the one where don't tell me. Damn it. It was okay, was that the one where it was too I want to tell you this. I'm pretty sure I didn't see it. But is that the one where it was two like major actresses, Betty Davis and someone else? And like supposedly the filming of it was hell because they both didn't like each other. Is that the one I'm thinking of, or was it another one? I thought it was Betty Davis and someone like, Joan Crawford or something. Yeah. It's Liza Minnelli's mom, which would have been Joan Crawford, I think. Was Joan Crawford in that one? Because I don't remember seeing it. I just remember like whenever I was looking at movies or, you know, like just learning movies and stuff. And I came across that one and that was one of the things.
An open wound spoiled the carpet.
Yeah, it's like in black and white and I'll look it up when I get through with the stream because I am curious. But that does bring back that name brings back I remember it being two famous well-known actresses that were like they didn't even almost have to act because they were like there was like a true distaste for one another. But I don't know if that's the movie. I could have swore it was Betty Davis though. Betty Davis and another actress. Joan Crawford sounds like it might have been her.
Blood. A sturdy bottle met a not so sturdy human. It didn't break only because it was unopened.
That's what I mean. That's that they said in the. Is that true for sure? I mean, you heard the same thing because that was like in a not a documentary, but them talking about. It might have been like the best scary movies or best best certain type of genre movies or something, and that came about. It was something like that, and like each movie had like some people talking about the movie for like. 8 or 10 minutes, It was something like that is what I saw. I just remember like when I was younger and seeing the whole, what was it? It was Mommy Dearest, right? When that like the Joan Crawford and Liza Minnelli. And she would be like, what did I say? No wired hangers. In college, we used to say that to one another when we were like joking mad at each other. We'd say, no wired hangers. But yeah, I'm drawing that back from like childhood. I was young when I saw that. That would definitely be a meme nowadays. The wired hanger thing. I would assume it's not. It might be already, but if it came out during this time, during memes, that would definitely been a meme. Okay.
A person leaned against the doorframe. They left a smudged trail of blood.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't even known. Maybe if I saw Olivia, I don't remember her.
The wounded person was here for some time. A bloody handprint on an armchair. There appear to be no further traces leading to the altar.
So the person's the person's injured. Probably came over here to get some wine because there was blood on the wine, wasn't there? Yep. Comes in right hand, left hand is injured. So whoever we're looking for the killer, then we're okay. That was all. I think that was everything. I'm not sure what this key. Maybe that just stays there. I think I have to talk to him now.
Werner, care to explain what is going on here?
On nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees to get a little exuberant. It's part of the appeal. Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand. Yes, some are more prone to bend the rules of morality.
That's murder. I doubt there's anything left to bend. Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm completely honest, Sherlock, I've consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances. My attention slips and drifts, but I'm glad I thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr. Manchios has agreed that you can investigate the matter. I promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
All right. Pull yourself together, Werner. What is it about these nights that you were so eager to share with me?
Well, they're not always in the evenings, but they are in the shadows. People gather to test their boundaries in a safe and consensual atmosphere, often with more stains than your typical crime scene. But that is the point. Who are we to judge?
I suppose that's fair. What about today, then? Was anything different?
Well, I was invited as a special guest. It was supposed to be a time of both divine and carnal pleasures. A scratch for every unconventional itch.
I imagine you're reeling from your shattered expectations.
On the contrary, there is still spectacle, stimulation, and release, merely in a different form. I like to let life entertain me.
Or death.
I'll just start from the top and go down.
Mr. Manchios is the owner of the manor, yes?
And the host of Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for the night. And for the ones with more unconventional tastes, Mr. Manchios provides other services.
What a caring person.
You cannot begin to imagine.
Yeah.
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio and came to inquire further. It was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the rehearsal was unsuccessful?
Who knows? I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Manchios. He was panicking, so I told him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then we were
Filling time?
waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts. Overindulged, perhaps.
Oh, they had a new question pop up. That's the first time this has happened to me. Did you know the victim?
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Everyone knew Fabio, or wanted to. His beauty was the talk of the island. Too handsome to go unnoticed. He was magnetic. Fat wallets fought for the privilege of having him. He offered the pleasures of performance, and more.
Holy crap. This is the first time it's happened. That's what I had to wear to get in. I just haven't taken it off yet. Like this whole outfit. Remember, I had to put it on. It was what he gave me to wear to this thing. The eyes wide shut. The eyes wide shut stuff. That's what this is all about. Okay.
What about the fertility ritual? There was something about Fabio being a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil. Not this travesty that seems straight out of the Inquisition.
So this ritual is not the fertility rite. What was it meant to look like?
It begins with a woman lying naked in a flower bed on the altar. She represents Gaia, the earth. As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle. As our calls reach a climax, Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend, of course.
But the intercourse is not?
I did not expect you to be such a prude. Are you a virgin? It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the color of your cheeks. The fertility rite marks the start of our festivities. The principle of life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it. What about the naked woman? Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots and a performer too. I haven't seen her today, actually.
Okay, what's the room up?
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked. Oh, that reminds me. It's a minor detail, but the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key?
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, blocking the lock.
That detail may very well be major, Werner. Well done. So you returned later only to find the lock was not blocked?
Correct. After an hour had passed, I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
The police remain unaware of this tragic event?
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things. But we didn't want the authorities to create more problems. Besides, after a few cocktails, their incompetence will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promised you relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, it's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Perhaps, perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
Okay, let me see real quick. This is just his testimony. All right. Yeah. Oh, there's quite a few on this one. Did I see? Wait, let me. Let me exit out of this real quick. I don't know if I'd looked at this.
This one looks like a twisted symbol of Venus, drawn in a hurry.
Do they all have these? No. Okay.
The sign reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars.
Okay. Yeah, no. I guess we'll go this. We'll take this route. Yeah, well, this is going to be... Yeah, definitely a suspect. So this is not... this is like... all this is going to be... What the what? They're saying that's it? Shit. Okay, okay. Put some on there, then they... But then, this is probably it. I'm not gonna... I think that's all of them covered, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Validate it.
The bottle was used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge. Then, to ensure no one would interrupt, the murderer locked the door. The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood. The wardrobe was used to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you all right? You're on the floor, not moving.
I think I know what happened here.
Mind Palace. I don't think these are going to be one another, but yeah. Guess what? I wonder.
I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes, he was stabbed, but only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction after all. The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
Damn, that's all I needed to ask him. Oh, so I covered the murder's key by asking him that one. Okay, so what is this one? All right, let's go see. I don't think it was Vern. I know he's creepy as hell, but I don't think it's him. You said in the hall? Do they mean... Why would I do... Gold star and he's nervous. Oh, there he is, right there.
I need a rest from my insatiable...
Oh, wait. Is that not him? That's not him. Oh, it looks like stars, though. Guess not.
Oh, I heard the finale will be splendid.
What the hell are those if those aren't stars? Oh.
Kurt Manchios, I presume. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, you must be the one Werner told me about. What a sweet voice you have. It must belong to a handsome young man. Can I call you Sherlock?
As you wish, Mr. Manchios. Mr. Vogel asked me to help you. The body in the altar room requires answers, and quickly. I suspect the murderer to still be here.
What? Lower your voice. I don't want anyone to hear us.
Did you know Fabio well?
People are starting to look at us, Sherlock. Change the subject. I can't believe what happened to him. To me. Such an atrocity. Think what it means for me. A wonderful evening for so many good, influential, and rich people has been ruined. I have betrayed all my promises of exotic delights.
I don't understand. Surely a murder would affect your reputation to a greater extent.
Please, isn't this why you are here? I thought you were a silent magician. Do your tricks and make it go away.
What the hell?
I need to find all those who had the key to the altar room. As far as I know, Mr. Vogel, Fabio, and you had access to it. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Also, Matista and Santos. At least.
Yep, sorry about that. I must have clicked off the game, and when I do, it cuts the sound like this. So when I was going crazy with my cursor, I must have got it. Working with Santos.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Pinchetti and Matista. Do you have somewhere I might have a private conversation with them?
Of course, of course. Let me think. Matista is entertaining the guests somewhere, and Santos... Oh, yes. He will be busy with the servants. Or the cook. What's that noise? What's going on?
It's the elephant.
Freeze, filth. You're under arrest.
What the?
Committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand, and apologize for the inconvenience. Your Grace.
I did tell you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I emphasized it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing fleas like you. Thank God we have Vogel in his letter. Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig. Oh, my wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Wait, did you say Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes? Are you the youngest son of Violet Holmes, rest her soul?
You knew my mother.
You knew my mother?
Not personally, no. Not exactly. I was working on the paperwork for that case.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Well, I didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes. Why?
Yeah, I think he would say it more like this.
Perhaps we can negotiate. I could be quite useful.
Huh. Got you hooked, right? You know what? Stark and the others think they're the smartest here, thanks to you. Let me get this straight. Are you listening to me, lad?
I'm all ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald. I'll leave everything I have on this table. Find the murderer. Be a real copper. Question the suspects, make them sing, give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel is not a suspect?
If he's innocent, then you can take your favourite degenerate away from here. If you slip or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bludgeon. Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you. If anybody asks, then you're a consulting detective.
Let's make a start then, partner.
I'm glad we managed to get the scoop before the raid.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to refill my coffee. I'll be right back, Ben. Okay. All right. Is it gonna? Hey, is it getting cold? It's cold front already over there, or getting cold? Is cold coming your way, y'all's way? I mean, it's not getting cold here. Just like a little small cold fronts coming through. Not really even cold, to be honest. There is. A symbol and a dagger in the heart. As soon as I was able to think. Yeah, it's just a little, like, it's nothing compared to you guys, you know, up there. Or around there, but it, you know, like, if it doesn't, it's not cold to me, you know, because it's only like, the highs are still only like 50 something, but, I like it. I like it at least when I'm inside, because then my AC doesn't have to run as much. The majority of the time, it's a lot cooler in here, which means my PC's running cooler. Okay, so that's this real quick.
Back on track to solve the case.
I can't go back to prison.
There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so I wonder, I didn't even think of this. Oh wait, are they in here? They must be in here. Oh, so all this means is that if I'm interrogating them, these are the questions that are relevant, I guess, or these are the ones I need to talk to about, probably. Just now finding that out. Almost towards the end of this game. I already read that one. Mine Palace. What's a major? I don't know what major domo. Just a question. I gotta look that up. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, one second. Oh, it is just major domo. Major domo. Omo. Gato. Mr. Roboto. Major domo. Major domo. Okay. Oh, okay. Screw it. I shouldn't do that, but it already. This makes me feel like I'm cheating. That should count against it. Maybe it does in the harder version. Pinchetti is so we haven't talked to him yet. So there's that's what I think this so Santos Pinchetti had a key to the altar room, and then but he's also the one that reported the crime. He also informed the police what was going on. So that right there, almost, it's like, okay, fine. Just, I'll ask him some questions, but, yeah, and then Vogel, and then oh, so it's Vogel and Pinchetti that I'm about to interrogate, and I'm assuming this is the stuff I want to ask him about. Cufflinks. Okay.
Look, I found Werner.
So I'm assuming I need to talk to Vernon first since he said that. Wait, this isn't... Where's 5? Oh, 5 was us.
Werner, are you all right?
Oh, yes. Everything's fine. In fact, it's something of a family reunion. My brother spent quite some time in this place himself.
You should not be here. I told the police everything I knew, but they refused to let you go. They require proof to free you.
Ha! What did you expect? The mighty Sherlock Holmes swans in, tells the officers what to think, and the world obeys?
Of course not. Anyway, I struck a deal with the constable, and I've got a free hand in the investigation. I find proof to solve the case for him. He obtains files about my mother's death for me.
Well done. If one has the power or will and can act, then one must. I wonder, suppose you couldn't get the proof to your truth. Would you tell a lie to the guard that enabled my freedom, knowing my innocence? Would that not be just?
No, I wouldn't lie for you.
There are lines I will not cross, Werner. I will do my best to secure your release, but with proof, not deception.
Really? How many white lies have you told on this island? Why not for me? Why not another?
That is absurd. I can resolve this without compromises. Do not give up hope.
Okay. So this... Oh, this is what I... Okay, I already asked him about the key. Okay, so this one.
I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I can't follow you here. I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this.
I have learned who told the police about the crime. It was Santos Pinchetti.
Do I know him?
The major domo of the manor. He cleans up after you?
Well, then he does his job perfectly. All but invisible. I couldn't tell you the first thing about him.
Okay. Not much there. Oh, it's female. She was a male. I don't know why Santos makes me think man's name. Okay.
I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald. You are Matista, Fabio's friend.
This body, yes, it's Matista. But it's a mere shell that will die someday. Just like Fabio.
Andy, sometimes a man All he has is hope. That was my Morgan Freeman. Andy Dufresne. Sometimes all a man has is hope. I know it's really bad. Andy Dufresne came in the... Andy Dufresne. Oh, it's bad. Okay. I didn't even hear what she said. Condolences.
Please accept my condolences for your friend.
Thank you.
I'm just here to ask questions and find Fabio's murderer.
It will not bring Fabio back.
She has a tattoo. But there's no way. She's definitely not. I wouldn't even consider her a suspect, but whatever. No, I think it's this. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one.
Fabio and yourself were slaves, am I correct? You have a similar branding on your body.
Yes. It was a long time ago.
Couldn't help but also notice fresh cuts upon your forearms.
The cuts helped me to forget my past, to cover the old wounds and hide them.
How did you escape?
Something happened. One night the master fell down the stairs. I made him fall, and he died. We ran away that day. We managed to get on a ship and traveled here, to Cordona. Fabio and I started a new life here. It was very hard at first, but it became better with time. Until today.
Where did you get those bruises?
The bruises on your neck are not self-inflicted. Someone else made them.
Some guests can't contain themselves. They even bite, sometimes.
So maybe it was the other one? That's the only thing I was thinking, was maybe that she almost autoerotica type thing. But then I thought maybe nah, I'm gonna go with that one. Makes me feel better. teeth. Wait. Wait, this is Matista. Wait, so where is Santos at? Yeah, I don't think that. Okay, so So can I talk
I
to
know
her?
I can handle the news.
Oh, here. Oh, here's 5. Okay. I was looking for 5 and 6. So this is Santos.
Good day, Mr. Manchios.
Oh.
I am Constable Oswald's partner in this
No, it isn't.
investigation.
Be quick and gentle. Some of your colleagues are untrained boors. Although I don't mind meeting young officers. The new blood here.
If you cooperate in finding Fabio's murderer, there will be no need to meet with the Boers again.
That voice. Werner's friend? You're the policeman. What a disappointment.
Only an undercover agent can scour a ditch full of deviants. I am a consulting detective, although I'm capable of replacing the entire department through my consultations.
Sharp-tongued, I like it. May I presume this tongue will get us out of this trouble? I would be so indebted and glad to repay you.
Nothing's changed. I'm looking for the murderer. That's the only way to get us out of trouble.
But it shouldn't take much time, correct? We're all busy after all.
I need to examine you first.
Wash hands in a hurry. Okay, there. That's all I need. Case solved. It's him. I'm gonna monk this. No, he made him cautious regarding his health. He just goes to rich and frivolous. He's oh, definitely. This is at Hod's age. No, that's this one. Hod's age. Gotta be.
You are a little over the top with your use of makeup, Mr. Manchios. Is it so difficult for you to acknowledge your age?
Well, Sherlock, that's easy for you to say to an old man when you look as though you are barely 15.
But still, it shouldn't be an issue for someone of your status.
For people of my age, it isn't an issue, no. But the younger ones can be so afraid of wrinkles and grey flecks. I have to adapt.
Such a methodical man who cares for his body but misses the soap under his fingernails. Are you so impatient, or perhaps even impulsive?
I wouldn't call myself that. Silly little details. If I missed it, it wasn't important. Or rather, it was less important than who or what I was focused on.
Boy. I just get this feeling that, I mean, we haven't, I don't think it's Vogel, whatever. Just for whatever reason, I don't think it's her, whatever. And this one, let's see. Let's find some map. Let's see.
I've no idea about that. You'd better ask someone else. I've no idea about that. That's not something I know much about. That's not something I know much about. I've no idea about that.
I'm just going to go through here and click them the lazy way.
I've no idea about that. That's not something I know much about.
Do you have any idea who tipped off the police to raid your mansion, Mr. Manchios?
Of course. It was you. I could even say you Sherlocked me in here.
A good guess, but the wrong one. The fellow who did that was Mr. Pinchetti, your major domo.
What? Santos? But how could he even know? If he's not the murderer himself. The ungrateful swine. He has dared to besmirch my reputation.
Not a very eloquent choice of words.
What should I call him then, since he's a snitch? Make him talk, Sherlock. I'm quite certain he knows more about the murder than he has told the police. That's not something I know much about. You'd better ask someone else. You'd better ask someone else. That's not something I know much about. I've no idea about that.
Oh, here we go. It's going to be this one.
You bought an expensive pair of cufflinks for Fabio. Were they his price? Or were they a tip for an exclusive show?
It was pure business. Fabio escorted me a few times. I was merely showing my gratitude.
This pair cost a small fortune. You must be extremely grateful then. Tell me more.
You've thrust a knife in an exposed nerve, Sherlock. Yes, he was my protege and my beacon also. With my experience and his beauty, we could have achieved anything. I had faith in him. I would have made him.
What was Fabio like? His personality, his habits? Anything you can tell me?
He was the brightest star of my parties. Young, magnetic, and full of energy. I don't even want to mention his beauty. Otherwise, I'll be sobbing.
An expensive champion, I imagine.
His performances were flawless. He deserved his payment. Do you think he was murdered because of money?
Possibly. What about the other guests? Were they used to opening their wallets as well?
I wouldn't restrict my guests from anything. I'm sure Fabio received a few coins from others for his services.
Mr. Vogel told me a little about your parties, but I would like to know more directly from you.
I'm all yours, Sherlock. You have me arrested and locked here with you alone.
Why did you invite Vogel?
Why did you invite Mr. Vogel as your special guest?
He's a pretty fellow. He's capable of surprising the public. He has a talent for saying words that no one else would wish to either say or hear.
I suppose I can't argue with that.
He is a free addition to the eccentricity of the party, which is fine by me, as long as it enhances my party.
I'd like to know who you usually invite to your parties.
Free minds who are able to leave reality for an evening, who can taste forbidden fruit without prejudice. There is nothing that quite spices up life like these parties, assuming one is old enough and has worked many years for the good of one's country.
Oh, all true laborers, I see.
Well, we know that this is going to be his hands. Well, let me just get through this real quick. You already know. Unless she's taking. Choose that one. Okay. It's this one. Wait, which one did I do that one? Yeah, I did that one. This one? Wait. I'm going with that one. There's so much more to link up. So
I can't wrap my head around such a tragedy at my party.
I know you can untangle this mess.
I know I can handle the news.
Don't look at them. They'll serve us if necessary.
wait, so where am I supposed to go now? To the chief?
Can I ask you a question?
I'm not in the mood to talk to moneybags.
Did you hear Basilio Capello is in jail? A dead body was found in his showroom.
There's another. Here we go. I don't know what this is tied to.
Did you hear?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
In the police. Let's pretend to be cops, eh? We can just stand around and look confused.
Nice. Wait, no, this isn't. Oh, wait, he said he was in the archive room,
Good day.
didn't he?
Your ticket, please, if you want me to help you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good. Where's my ticket? That's ticket.
I'd like to check the evidence from this case.
And who are you?
Oswald sent me. I'm a consulting detective.
His partner, then? Let me see. Ah, a ritual murder. What a bunch of degenerates. Wait a second. I'll bring it to the table.
A heavily perfumed handkerchief with the initials KM in the corner.
Holy
It's a
shit,
miracle this movie
9.
hasn't tempted anyone.
9 items.
All the keys of the mansion on one golden ring. An emergency kit for boredom.
Was found and what was up in this pocket? Oh, shit. Okay, so this is Vogel's. That must be Manchurian's candidate. The Manchurian candidate one. And then the other one must be, wait. Yeah, I got their names messed up. Okay. Yeah, it is, because it's KM. It's Kurt. I think his first name's Kurt. Okay. So wait, does he like Matista? Oh shit, this is to him. From Fabio. Yeah, I know. It's like, what the hell, man? Well, you would know that, I mean, this is the last one, so they're going heavy on the freaking names, man. So this is from Fabio to Vogel. So Vogel, something's up with Vogel and Matista. All right.
Not the time for privacy. Werner's personal sketchbook.
Yeah, there it is. And this is Kurt Manachos. Of course, I figured that. And then this is hers, Matistas.
A handcrafted charm that contains hair and nail clippings. Her key to the altar room. That's not for bedtime reading. This Ex Libris belongs to Manchios Library.
Oh shit! But listen, look at that though. Someone's...
The book describes a ritual similar to the one performed in the altar room. Thank you, officer.
Well, that was kind of damning, wasn't it? Let me clear this out. Oh, this is all disguises. I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm just playing this slower or what, but it seems like, I mean, I know it's close to, I'm close to finishing it, but it just seems like I've only played like part of the game. But I mean, that is quite a bit of cases I've done. But I mean, these are all cases that I haven't finished. Okay. Right? I mean, but it seems like I have been playing it a while. It just, I mean, not that it seems like it's dragging on, just, you know, I mean, it's difficult for me anyway, since I do it for short streams and I do it over a longer period, like, you know, not as many streams a week type of thing. But it is going to be, I think, like one of the more streams I've had. Disco Elysium is by far the most, but, and then I think I mentioned this last time. Not only is it the most, it was like 3 to 4 hours per stream. Okay. So I need to go ask Vogel about this. I don't know who I'm asking about that. I need to ask Matista about that. I'm assuming is what that is. Let's see what we got here. This. No. But that's okay. No, I didn't think so. I don't know why I did that anyway. The power, there's so many of these. This might, let me go ask questions. Because that might open more stuff for the Mind Palace. Let's go to Vogel first. He's not going to have anything.
I can't follow you here. So, the police found a letter from Fabio in your pocket?
I cannot tell if it was truly in my pocket at all. Perhaps it was placed there later.
Well, that is one hypothesis. If it were true, then how did it get there?
No clue. But this night has been rather eccentric. Such a detail could have easily eluded me.
Indeed. Do you recall reading it?
I can't remember that either. But I tend to respect privacy. Reading others' personal notes is not one of my perversities.
Wait, what? So we don't know who this is to. This is just in his box. This could be to Kurt. Yeah, we don't know about that. Okay, so let's go ask. Crap. Let's go ask Matista about this. Where's she at here?
This book, The Power of Love, Blood, and Mandrake, what do you hope to achieve?
To learn more about the invisible strengths that govern us. Occultism is real. The master who fell that night when Fabio and I escaped, I made him fall. I cast a spell on him and it worked.
Or was it a coincidence?
The universe is rarely so lazy.
If you say so.
Oh, wait, there's more to ask her. Okay, so...
This is the letter the police found in Mr. Vogel's pocket. Fabio wrote it. Do you know anything about it?
I don't. Although I can feel Fabio's energy. It's there, but it refuses to let me analyze it.
Do you practice occult rituals?
For protection? For fortune? To wash away the ugliness of the world? Sometimes to survive. I have the gift, and I'm learning to use it better.
Did you use your gift on Fabio?
I only used white magic. Love charms lately. Fabio became so distant. I just wanted him to be with me, but I suppose I'm not as skilled as I thought.
She has the shining, Bim. She has the shining. So let's go ask. Let's see. She had the shining. That's one of my favorite openings to a movie. Is that whole like the well, I guess it's more of the music than anything, but I love that, like how it's like flying and the music's going, and then you know the little yellow Volkswagen Beetle's just going up that road, and I don't know, something about it. I just like it so much. Okay. Because of the number. Did I already do? Yeah, I did that one. No, why do I cleared some of it up. Okay, so well, that's not any of those. No, no, no. Don't rate me. So there's a lot more. Okay, so let me see if what he has to say.
Do you recognize this book? Could Matista have borrowed it from your library?
She didn't ask me. How ungrateful.
The things described in the book were inspiration for the rituals you performed?
Do you really believe that blood, symbols, and incantations can resurrect the dead? They are just eerie tales with a mix of occultism and voodoo. My rituals are a stage to show some of the forbidden pleasures.
I've read this letter from Fabio. It had no addressee, but it was found in Mr. Vogel's pocket.
Werner? Strange. I didn't think the two of them corresponded.
I'm sure there is some explanation. Would you care to read it?
Call me superstitious, but I don't care to read a letter from a dead man.
So where is he at? Oh, okay. There we go. Where is he at? Oh, I should tell Constable Oswald in the car. Okay. All right, let's go see Oswald Cobblepot in the archives. I wish I would have grasped that earlier. I don't know why they wouldn't show the icon here. If they would show it in clues with that little dialogue box, why wouldn't they show it here to prevent you from asking? You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're trying to hide it from me or from you. Where's that?
Have you considered Mr. Santos Pinchetti as a suspect?
The snitch? Have you seen him? I mean, my breath could knock him down. What's so special about him?
As a major domo, he has keys that open all the rooms, including the one to the crime scene. Could have testified only to circumvent suspicion, don't you think? We need to question him.
Right. I'll send our men to fetch him. Stay here. They brought him in, Mr. Holmes. Here's the key to interrogation room number 7. Mr. Pinchetti didn't even resist, our men said.
Thank you.
That's because he's not guilty. I mean, John's over there just like chugging on beer and 7.
Mr. Pinchetti, a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald.
I've already told him everything I know. I'm only a witness, sir. Everything's in my report.
And I've read it. You forgot to mention that you hold the keys to the room where Fabio was found. I need only to find if the crime was intentional.
But I need to return to my duties.
I doubt the house will fall without you, Mr. Pinchetti. Just be still for a few seconds.
Let's see what we got here. But we didn't find any blood footprints, did we? But we didn't find any bloody prints. Only. Oh, that must have been. It wasn't the guy who. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. What? I don't know how much he makes though. I'm gonna go with terrible miser.
Is your greedy nature responsible for the lack of taste and attention to your appearance? The cheap makeup, shabby and dyed clothes? How do you explain those, Majordomo?
The means to practice my profession are limited. I'm sorry you noticed it, sir.
The parties overshadowed your state. You are lucky Kurt Manchios's attention was concentrated elsewhere. In a decent household, you would be asked to leave for far less.
Yes, his attention was undoubtedly concentrated on something other than my appearance.
But one detail stands out on your dirty rags and shoes. The drops of blood.
Oh, that. I don't know anything about it.
Did you know Fabio?
Not personally. He was a frequent guest, and cleaning the mess after his performances was tedious. Mr. Manchios always had a role for him, and mainly the leading one. The parties were always, Fabio-centric?
And Matista? Was she as popular as her partner?
Don't tell her I said this, but I do not think so. Mr. Manchios hired her only because Fabio refused to work without her. Mr. Manchios used to see her as a worker. She was tasked with entertaining the guests, unlike Fabio, who could pick and choose.
Yeah, I don't know if I actually the right one on that one. Yeah, I think I picked the wrong one. I should have went with my gut. My gut was that one, but I. Okay. Yeah, I'm going with that. Okay, so
Please let me out.
The air here is rather refreshing. I'd even recommend that some of my friends visit the place.
What a bunch of losers.
oh, okay, so I'm going to go back up to archive. Let's go back up to. Oh wait, I thought.
Continue our investigation while I look at the papers.
Already looked at that. There's on the table. Oh shit! Along with his belongings. Shit. I guess I should read that a little better.
I recognize the key from the altar room among these.
Damn, I wish I would have read that first, because then I would have went. Then if that's all he gave him, then I known that he probably didn't get paid shit.
Mr. Manchios says that you begged him to be included in the heritage. Isn't that a little extreme, even for a major domo?
He's not only my employer, he's my uncle. And I'm his next of kin. The only one. Mr. Manchios flatly refuses to pay a family member. All I have to do is repay his so-called love. Cleaning up the filth after perverts and decadents. He's imprisoned me. The best I can hope for is a new broom. That's why I wanted to have my part of the inheritance.
Is it that bad? You have a roof above your head, a salary, and the status of a major domo.
For God's sake. I'm forced to dye and stitch my threadbare clothes, and the holes in my shoes are painful. I'm ashamed every time a guest looks at me closely.
Why do you think your uncle treats you this way?
My mother, my uncle's sister, had me illegitimately. She died, and I was given the surname of one of the maids.
But you are entitled to some of the money that belongs to your family.
He thinks not. I was not responsible for my mother's death. I work hard, and he pays me nothing. I feed on the leftovers. While he wastes our estate's property on decadent parties, he paid Fabio handsomely and showered him with expensive gifts for their disgusting relationship.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now I know why he might have been the suspect. I need to go ask probably Kurt about that, about this one. What does this open up? Did I already do? Oh, I did this one. Let's go talk to Kirk. Oh, wait. Oh, no, there is. They're saying there's something else. I think that's what that means. No. Wait, what was that? Yeah, we already kind of figured that, right? Yeah, we already kind of figured that. So letter, didn't we already ask him about the letter? And let's go. Letter. What else?
I've read the letter about your will. A harsh method of ridiculing Santos. I doubt he will use mustache wax when he wears no mustache to begin with.
Where did you get it? Is the slug here? Tell him I shouldn't have to provide for him. He's a grown man who shouldn't sit on his uncle's neck. He conceives himself as my only heir.
And who is he to you?
He's a leech on my aging body. He has only added problems to my life since the death of his mother.
I fail to see why you made him your major domo.
He needed to know his place, so I taught him.
There is undeniable evidence that you were the original recipient of this letter.
What are you talking about? Is it addressed to me?
Your protege wanted a fresh start, it seems. This is sufficient to charge you.
Me? Hurt my star? Are you insane that you would accuse me of such a thing?
He did not consider himself as yours. Since you deny everything, let's move on. Do you have any idea as to how the letter could have ended up in Mr. Vogel's pocket?
You were the detective. Perhaps he took it from Fabio. Werner was a little high.
Okay. Any more questions here? Yes. So let's go ask him about, go ask Vogel about that.
I have reason to believe that the intended recipient of the incriminating letter may have been Kurt Manchios.
Well, that makes sense. Too bad I can't remember how I came to possess it. Though I did spend quite some time with Mr. Manchios during the party.
Unfortunately, even with an answer, that may still not be enough to clear you with the police. But fear not, I will persevere.
I hope your attempt to put things straight will make up for...
You being on a bender?
Touché.
Ooh, someone else? I need someone else. Even someone else on there? Let's see. If you can't tell, I'm leaning toward. Okay, so there's someone else to ask about this.
Please let me out.
Okay, let me ask her.
Could Fabio have written this letter to Kurt Manchios?
Oh. That could be. I never thought Mr. Manchios could make Fabio that angry, though.
What do you mean?
Well, Fabio wanted to disassociate from Mr. Manchios. Clients who are in love are both a blessing and a curse.
But Fabio was here tonight.
Money. In our line of work, we can't afford to turn down clients who pay as well as Kurt Manchios.
Was Fabio afraid of Mr. Manchios?
Not at all. The old toad wouldn't dare to do more than sweet talk and touching. Talk can be forgotten, and touching washed away.
Can't believe how much stuff I'm catching now toward the end of the game. It's like Mind Palace. It'll let you know if you have some stuff that matches. And the whole okay, so who else do I talk to about this though? Let me see. Maybe I've talked to everyone, haven't I? Let me just see real quick. Oh, here we go.
This letter proves nothing. Fabio wrote it to Mr. Manchios. It's time to free Mr. Vogel.
Do you really think I'm that naive? I need proof, not words from his friend.
Very well. Mr. Pinchetti told me that Mr. Manchios was lavishing Fabio with expensive and eccentric gifts. The letter mentions rich rewards and attempts to buy Fabio with them. It was written to Mr. Manchios. Who else was showering Fabio with luxuries to buy him? It doesn't fit Mr. Vogel's character.
Look here. We had a deal. Give me the murderer and then take your friend with you. I won't budge otherwise.
Well, fine, but you're just wasting time.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's just letting me know that I have matches in there. Okay, all those questions are asked. So, no, I don't think that would be it. This could be it. I'm just curious of what these others are. I don't know why I'm doing this because it's so this is going to probably be who. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going with sexual predator. I'm going with that. Switch to conclusion. Oh, okay, I guess I'll back out. Oh, shit, I can't remember. Oh, do I go? I think I go talk to him. Yep.
The murder of Fabio did not have a ritual purpose, Mr. Manchios. It was staged by a man who wished to distract the investigation.
That might be true. That poor girl Matista wouldn't dare to kill the only man who cared for her. So, Santos.
Mr. Pinchetti snatched at the chance to solve his problems.
Ungrateful little scum. Will he be executed?
But what for? He informed the police as to the crime, that was all. He couldn't stage the ritual, but he found the body, I believe.
I can't believe it. Why did Werner do it?
Mr. Vogel. He had no reason, and he won't be a scapegoat as you plan. You put Fabio's letter in his pocket when he was intoxicated, didn't you?
You can't be serious.
We can very often deduce someone's life by their shoes, or their fingernails. You are a meticulous person, but this murder was fairly traumatic and filthy. After you stabbed Fabio, you were covered in blood. You panicked and neglected to rinse the soap from under your fingernails. The devil is in the details, Mr. Manchios.
Nonsense. I missed it simply because of the busy schedule of the party.
Of course, a staged murder was certainly not planned. You're at the twilight of your life. You have no partner, you have no children. You had feelings, however, for one man. That was Fabio. You loved him. That is, you wished to own him with money and gifts. But he was also a free mind, was he not? He turned his back on you. Quite unjust. Love, so cruel and painful, and Fabio, with his words and deeds, made you feel the more wretched. So you killed him.
You must surely perceive that my sensitive nature wouldn't allow me to hurt anyone.
You staged the murder as a satanic ritual. It was easy for you, since you were the one who wrote the scenarios for the parties. It was your way of avoiding suspicion. A respectable man in his 60s,
Early 60s.
who hosts the cream of Cordona's society, cannot possibly be a murderer. But the guests who behave like animals in his mansion, of course, one of them could have killed Fabio.
I did oversee a few of the rituals, but I did not stage Fabio's death.
Wait, well, if it's a crime of passion would make it seem like he just out of the blue did it, right? And a premeditated isn't. So obviously it would be premeditated, right? Don't you think? It's not a crime of passion. It's not something he'd planned it. At least I think so. But they did say something about, what did they say about the bottle? Got in an argument? But remember they said something about they got in an argument and they hit him with the bottle? Clocked him? Shit, I can't remember now. I'm gonna say crime of passion.
Fabio played with your feelings. That was painful to realize. You spent so much time and effort to be with Fabio, but he didn't respond in the way that you would have liked. You wanted to be loved, but Fabio shattered your dreams. In the smoking lounge, he teased and mocked you. He wanted you to suffer by offering himself to others. The deception was unbearable. You were passionate, and so you struck him. Once you understood your mistake, it was too late. You were afraid, so you staged the ritual. With such a story, you might be sentenced to a few years. It might clean your conscience, and soon the case will be forgotten.
No. No.
This is my decision. I'll talk to Constable Oswald to see what I can do.
That seems pretty solid from what he said about the like they got in an argument and hit him with a bottle. So that might have been the right one.
There's no fool like an old fool. Kurt Manchios did it. A young boy played with the heart of an old man. The latter couldn't handle it. The evidence I obtained clearly shows that the quarrel was not intended to end badly. It was an accident.
Showing pity towards your own kind, Holmes. Whatever.
All I'm saying is that prison won't take much away from an old and crushed man.
Fine. A big name like that will still give me a promotion. As for my part, not everything was in place. Perhaps some documents were transferred somewhere else, but I couldn't find a trace of them. Then I remembered. The discarded document drawers where we put the lost papers or the badly labelled ones. Including the crime scene report of Violet Holmes's case. Everything I've found is on the desk here. Take it.
Your persistence has saved me.
Yeah, well, we had a deal after all. Your friend is free then. You can leave.
Good luck, Constable.
120. I think that might be the right one. Can't remember now. I just know like it would be like 40 or something if it was the wrong one. thought it was 80 if it was right and 40 if it was wrong. I don't know if it went up because it was the other case. I don't know. It just seemed right to me. Like it made sense. I guess I can get out of those clothes. Put my stuff back on. Where's my chops at? Okay. So let me save it because I think this is it, actually. From this point on, I can't go back. And this is basically, I don't even think this is a crime, Bim. From I didn't read any spoilers, but this was supposedly the last one where you actually did a case. And this is just, I don't think this is. Yeah, right here.
Garden. There's a garden behind our manor. How could I forget? That's where it all happened, where it all went wrong.
Sherry?
Oh, you did it, Sherlock. The case is closed and all rewards belong to the winner. Bravo.
It is merely the triumph of the truth.
Is it? No compromises? No lies? You're happy with your decisions?
All right, Bim. I'll see you 31st, man. I think this is about the end though, so you might have to catch it on the. I don't think there's only like 10 or 15 minutes left. I don't even think you work a case, but if you're wanting to see the ending, it'll be on my YouTube.
It was the best decision I could obtain. The truth must be told in the way it is most acceptable.
You're making progress, Sherlock. I was right to believe in you. By the way, did you get that precious information about your mother? Oh, not that you must.
Yes, I did.
Forgive my intrusion in such a personal matter. I simply worry I'm failing to be of much help to you.
Actually, you were. For some reason, all the archives on the case had disappeared. This was a rare opportunity to obtain the impossible.
Outrageous. Perhaps someone found the truth unpleasant. Society usually rejects those who speak with too much honesty, doesn't it?
A comfortable lie is often preferred to an uncomfortable truth. Still, I believe that the latter should prevail, and I cannot remain silent.
That's quixotism at its best. Your mere truth cannot defeat institutions, systems, and power. Etiquette, religion, marriage, they're all lies told to preserve connections, love, and sanity, and it's all corruptible.
Lies destroy human dignity. How could you make a free decision without any knowledge of the truth?
Are we really free to decide anything in this world, Sherlock?
I get enough obnoxious pontification from my brother, so please, spare me your lecture.
Forgive my love for moral philosophy. I know I tend to ramble. You're a walking contradiction, Sherlock. You refuse to lie to others, but constantly lie to yourself. How long until the train comes off the track? I cannot look away, but perhaps I should take a few steps back. You're an accident waiting to happen, dear. Until then, I shall bid you adieu.
The of course it's this. Okay. See if there's any more. Pick one. Here it is. Wait, what? Okay. I'm going the right way. Through here.
Sherry, please listen to me. Sherry.
John, I always listen to you.
You don't have to do this. You don't have to go through. I don't know what is beyond this door, but I can feel it. Buzzing, angry, like a fly at the window.
I know. I can sense it too.
You locked away this memory for a reason. There is only pain here.
Pain? And truth?
You do not need to suffer either. There is so much more we can do on Cordona, so many others we can help. There is no coming back from this.
John, my animum, my brother, there is nothing more important in this moment than this truth. I know you fear for me, but my path was set long ago. I can no more step off it than I can ask the avalanche to roll back uphill.
Just please be careful, Sherry. I love you.
Quite. Come on. We'll go together. Why didn't I remember we had such a big garden?
Maybe you forgot it for your own good. That's the descendant of a tree your father planted in London, correct?
Indeed, we planted the sprout here, and for a while it grew happily. Alas, it seems without us here to care for it, it didn't survive. Is that the raft we made together, John?
Looks more like a pile of rotten planks now.
That's from Mother's favorite tea set. What is it doing in here?
Come here, Sherry. Hurry!
These must help calm her down.
What are you thinking about? Is everything all right?
This and this.
What are you thinking about? Is everything all right?
Ah, yes. The statue of Merope. My mother was trying to restore it. Pity she never had the opportunity to finish.
I'm sure nothing's back there. God, I wish I could run. Oh, here we go.
Don't go, Mother, wait! I remember this artifact from Mother's collection. Mother's work journal. I liked poring over the detailed pages and reading about my parents' collection.
Here it is. We'll just borrow it for a while.
Did you hear that? Someone's coming. Let's take a peek. You call this progress? Charlotte, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
Any result is progress, even if it is a worsening of her condition. It informs my...
No. I have made my decision. She must be sent to a legitimate medical facility. I will not let her hurt Sherlock.
What? Master Holmes, you do not understand.
That will be all. I expect you to have left the house by week's end.
Sherry, say something. Can you hear me? You're scaring me.
I'm waiting for you.
Sherry, say something.
Sherlock?
Can you hear me?
Come closer.
You're scaring me.
Sherry, come here, darling.
Coming, Mother! This was for my mother, wasn't it? I remember how we came to the garden for a breath of fresh air.
Take me to my flowers, Sherry. They must already be in bloom.
As you wish, Mum. I bet you missed the fresh air, didn't you?
Terribly. The sun is far brighter than I remember. But I like it.
We can walk each day from now on, if you want.
That would be wonderful. Just look at them. The stars of the earth. Even the sky must be jealous of their beauty.
Indeed. Mother, would you like to go around the water?
That would be perfect. I always wanted such a nice pond in London. It looks so peaceful.
Mycroft knew you would like it.
We should put some fish in it, don't you think?
How about some carp?
That's a nice idea. Let's visit your father's tree. It grows so fast, just like you.
We could even build a tree house in it.
Yes, Sherry. Speaking of your father, could you call him out, please?
Mom! I'm sorry. He passed away. He's gone.
No, he's not.
I'm telling the truth. Did you forget again?
No! Don't you dare say such things! You are a liar like all the others!
Mother!
Don't call me that! You aren't fooling me!
No! Mom, it hurts!
My son would never lie!
Mom, stop!
Who are you? Reveal yourself!
Please, stop! It's me, Sherlock!
You are not my Sherry! Give me my son before I kill you!
Shit. Tried to drown me in the pond in some manner. I don't know if this is it. I'm thinking this might be it. I don't think that's it. It's only 2, I think, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going with this next.
Sherlock. Sherlock. Can you hear me? Come on, wake up.
Get off me.
Sherry.
You knew, and more than that, you hid it from me.
You couldn't bear the truth, Sherlock, so I shouldered it for you. I took your pain, your horror.
Otto Richter murdered my mother, and Mycroft covered it up. Whisked me away from this place, buried me in schoolwork, and left the past to rot.
And you needed a way to cope, so I helped.
You were a lie, John. A fiction. A crutch.
No, I was a friend. Sherlock, please.
Sherlock?
What?
Are you okay?
I don't know.
I told you not to come, Sherlock. Where is he?
Who?
Your friend, John.
He's beside you.
Was all this worth it? Is he worth it?
Why is he here?
I think, in his own way, he was trying to protect me. A truth I couldn't bear. But now I must face it.
Sherlock, what are you doing?
You kept me in the dark and kept your actions quiet. You enabled Richter and his untested quackery for far too long. And worse, you wanted to lock up our mother.
I wanted to give you a chance at normalcy, childhood. There was no changing what happened, no good to come of dwelling in the past.
It was lies upon lies. Otto Richter was trying to save her, but you decided he deserved to take the fall. Is that justice?
The big picture, Sherlock. The big picture. Perhaps Richter was not responsible for her fit of rage, but his treatment led inexorably to that moment. You were so fragile. I could not... I just couldn't. I chose us over him.
You know, for once I believe you. Perhaps now that the truth is out, I can actually do what you had hoped. Leave it all in the past.
Good. You have your whole life ahead of you, Sherlock. It is time you got on with it.
was worried there for a minute, Sherry. Really worried. I didn't want to hurt you. What's so funny?
I am talking to myself, John. I think I was hurt regardless.
But we made a good team, eh? Explored every inch of this place together. Helped a lot of people. Terrorized a few too, I suppose. I think I may go so far as to say, Sherry, that I have not lived wholly in vain.
So that's it. It's over.
You've opened every door, Sherry. Faced the past you locked away. You don't need me anymore.
I know. I will miss you all the same. I don't want you to go.
Yes, you do.
Goodbye, John. Why are you here?
Closure, I suppose. And to help a friend.
You and I are not friends. In a race between the thawing of the ice caps and our friendship, I would buy a boat.
Ha! Is that right?
I can see it now. I know what you did.
What did I do?
You needled me. From the moment we met, you were searching for weakness. You pushed me to pursue the truth about my mother. You questioned everything I did, everything I believed, to break me. To blur truth and fiction, reality, morality. A saboteur in silk. Was it vengeance, Werner? Or do you prefer Klaus?
Excuse me?
You are Klaus Richter, Otto's younger brother. Do you hold me responsible for his end?
Ha! There was no love lost between me and my brother. I am sure you can relate. Otto was merely the gravity that pulled me into your orbit. Or you into mine. Once I met you, I could not keep away.
Why? What reason do you have for all this?
To help you.
You're lying.
To show you that you were wrong.
More lies. I know you now, Werner. Try again.
To see what had happened. Or is that yet another untruth? Does it matter? Take your pick. Who cares? You're my masterpiece. I turned Sisyphus into Ozymandias. You could not see the futility of your quest until I helped you to let go of the rock. And now, nothing beside remains.
I remain. Despite you, and to spite you.
It is a matter of will and power now. Will you overcome this, or shall you decay? Oh, on that note, I brought you something.
I want nothing more from you.
When one wants for nothing, Sherlock, the best thing to get them is something personal. So, here you are. Now, please excuse me, but the gallery calls. I'm already conceiving my next project. You really are beautiful.
My brother returned to London soon after our disagreement. He enrolled at Cambridge University, but attends only the rare classes that hold his interest. I hear he took employment at a hospital laboratory, obsessing over his experiments. I suppose he seeks solace in the empirical truth of a chemical test. I am afraid for him. His evenings are spent alone, solving citizens' menial mysteries to pass the time. And I suspect he is growing paranoid. One of my agent's vehicles recently ignited during a surveillance operation. She was lucky to get out alive. There is only one man who could orchestrate such a feat. Or perhaps two. I saved my brother. He will never forgive me.
I found it! I found it!
And what is that?
How far, bruises may be produced after death. How are you? You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive.
How on earth did you know that?
Never mind. The question now is about bruising. No doubt you see the significance of this discovery of mine.
It is interesting, no doubt, but practically...
Why, it is the most practical medico-legal discovery for years. Had we these data sooner, hundreds of men would have paid the penalty for their crimes. Cases oft hinge upon how a man died. Now, we can know which wounds he suffered alive, which occurred post-mortem, and what instrument was responsible. And ergo, one will soon be able to calculate with utmost precision when and where death occurred, sparing the innocent and damning the guilty.
Well, then you are to be congratulated.
Indeed. But, you came here on business.
Correct again. I am looking for someone with whom to take diggings, and heard you were complaining that you could get no one to go halves with you.
I have my eye on a suite in Baker Street, which would suit us down to the ground. You don't mind the smell of strong tobacco, I hope?
I smoke ships myself.
That's good enough. I get in the dumps at times, and don't open my mouth for days on end. Just let me alone, and I'll soon be right. What have you to confess now? It's best for two fellows to know what bruises each other carries before they begin to live together. My last companion and I...
Well, I object to rows because my nerves are shaken. And I get up at all sorts of ungodly hours. And I am extremely lazy. I have another set of vices when I'm well. But those are the principal ones at present.
Do you include violin playing in your category for rouse?
It depends on the player. A well-played violin is a treat for the gods. A badly played one.
Oh, no, that's all right. I think we may consider the thing as settled. Oh, forgive my manners. My attention wavers. Sherlock Holmes.
Dr. John Watson.
John.
Enjoyed it. I liked it. I still have so many more side stuff to do. But I'm going to go on, continue on to my next game after I get back from my vacation. So, but there's quite a few other Sherlock games in the pipeline that I'm going to play. So we'll continue on later. It's not going to be my next game. I'm going to play Forgotten City. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Adios, amigos.